Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline. Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Hey guys, welcome. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I didn't have any sound when the intro was playing. So um, I'm trying to find. I'm working from a new tablet, not from my phone. So can you guys tell me if you can hear me? Can you hear me? Hey Annette, welcome. Can you hear me or not? Hey Pat, how are you, buddy? Good. Sound is good. Oh, okay. That's weird. I don't understand why I didn't hear the intro. Hmm. So maybe I just can't hear people. I guess I won't need to hear you right now, anyways. Uh, yeah, that's just happens to be where that was hanging. I'm not like gonna show you the rest of the room. It's just a bed. It's like a college dorm I'm in. Hey Keith, welcome. Chloe, welcome. Uh, Life has been pretty hard. I mean, the pain, the pain is a lot more um, with the work. I mean, I don't really want to get into talking, about. There's a lot of stuff going on with that, with the work. This guy is like, he's a nice guy and everything, and he's my landlord, of course, too. But he just pretty much I was supposed to be just a fill in, and now I'm like basically uh part time, but still, I mean, he's not, he's only open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. From 3 o'clock, opens up at 3 o'clock and till around 11 o'clock, sometimes later. But he he's not all there. I don't think, he's part of the normie. He shut his bar down like 2 or 3 months when the big C19 happened. So he's all into that. He's all into getting the C19 jab and all that. So, and if you've talked to people who've gotten the jab and who believe in all that, they have a different mind thinking. And I've never heard in my life like I've only been there a couple months, and it's been uh 9 hours to begin with. And then they moved me because one of the other bartenders quit and got a job at somewhere else full time. So so basically, I'm the only one there besides the other bartender hasn't fully pulled out. She works Wednesdays, but it's a lot on me. And I told him I can't do this. My body is hurting really bad. And so I go through a lot more medicine when I'm working. And I enjoy it. But it, it's hard. And he kind of, and I was morally having a problem with it, to be honest with you. After I was there for a while, I started thinking, am I really doing the right thing by feeding people, spirits, alcohol, and so I battled with that for a while, and so I don't know, I may have been put in that place just to reach a couple people, I don't know, but I feel like my work there is done, and I need to come back to uh doing the streams again because things are starting to get really out of hand, and we need to really hold on to our faith. Um, you need to really hang on to your faith. Don't let them take your memories, and you have to hold on to your memories. And so, so anyways, this guy, I got paid on Wednesday, and he took, because when I closed the bar, um, I left the bathroom light on. The door was shut, and so I didn't know the bathroom light was on. So I left the bathroom light on from closed on Saturday, and we don't open back up to Wednesday. So basically, 3 days the light was on. So he charged me $9 for the bathroom light being on for 3 days. So that kind of I wouldn't have put him in a position that I would have just left him hanging as far as a bartender goes if I feel like pulling out. But now I don't feel that obligation anymore. Like, I feel like he totally bitch slapped me in the face, and I did it more or less to help the guy out. Yeah, I needed to get out there and get back and see what I can do, type thing. But I thought we were both, helping each other out basically. And boy, I'll tell you, when he charged me $9 for electricity, I was like, man, what the fuck? This world is upside down. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. What if we actually all did die, and we're on some sort of a different frequency, and the slight difference of frequency that you change, then the Mandela effect, of course, because things would be different. Things would have changed a slight different. Um, but I I can't understand the way people think nowadays. There's no common sense there. There's absolutely nothing there. Nothing there. They do everything half-ass backwards. They don't know how to count change back. I mean, there. If you ever seen the movie Idiocracy, this is go watch that movie. That's what this place reminds me of now. But so so I'm basically I'm gonna tell him, you know, I'm not gonna leave him hanging, but I'm gonna tell him he's got until January 1st to find somebody else because I'm not. I even his regulars agreed with me that that was, you know even his regulars that are like, they're nice people. I mean, they're nice people, but you should hear some of the arguments and conversations. It's and to think that, there was a time where I used to think that way long time ago, but not completely. Not completely fell for everything. I always had my mind open, And that's the biggest thing is a lot of people have closed minds. They can't they can't get the concept of something bigger than them or bigger than the government. You know, there's something out there that's a lot bigger than the government, and you guys start asking questions. Welcome, Cami, Annette. Don't you only live there because you work for him? No, I pay him. No, I pay him rent. I pay him rent. Sorry to hear about your physical pain. Oh yeah, Cami. Everybody put a prayer out for Cami. She's in a lot of pain tonight. Um, I think she explained to me she fell asleep with some sort of heating things for your hands or whatever, and they stuck to her skin while she was sleeping. So, ouch. Chloe, so you got a roof over your head. It was stupid to charge you for lights, but I just hang in there and count your blessings. It could be so much worse. No, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna lose. I mean, it becomes the attitude because I'm not bartending for him and he kicks me out. Well, that would be really stupid because that has nothing to do with my renting from him. But no, it's not worth being. It's you if you guys are you don't know me. You don't know me, I guess, because I am not gonna let anybody walk over me like that. That's a total bitch slap, and you just bitch slapped the wrong dude. And if you think otherwise that I should sit and take it, you obviously don't know me. Hand warmers I was using them as heat packs, yeah. Pinched nerves so I could stop puking from pain. Now I got pinched nerves and blisters. Yeah, that's a mess. Hey boy, whoops. I'm gonna figure out, like I said, I was on a new tab here, and I need to figure out how to put an invite out there. Okay, got that. It's basically the same, but it's just a different layout here. Where is the? I'm looking for how to chat. Where's the chat? I see the chat, but I'm like, how the hell do I put something in the chat? uh, Come on. Okay, I think I got it. Hopefully that will work. And the screen keeps bouncing up down because I have it on it's like a springy holder, tablet holder. So yeah, booyah. Dang, Cammy, really sorry to hear that. Yeah, that sounds like that hurts. I'll send you a pic of it later, Pat. I don't want to see it. That's that's too gross for me. I could just imagine what it looks like. Um, so I put the link out there if anybody would like to join. Come on in and join. Let's talk. Um, I've had a lot of thoughts about, the Mandela effect and what could be happening. I think it's ramping up a lot more. Uh, it definitely feels like I think a little bit like we're definitely on some sort of vibration, right? Vibrationally, whenever our vibrations change, like I think we change every day, you know, and over time we look the same, but we look different, or we act different, or um, this is a weird, and you know, I'm sure scientists got to know about this stuff, and they just don't put it out there because it doesn't fit their line of thinking. First, make myself some tea. All right, boy, sounds good. But there is got to be something to, because I swear I could have died before, like when I was younger, when I was like 13. And that's actually when I first started noticing the Mandela effect. Because John Deere was my first Mandela effect. Or we are all in some sort of comas. All over the world, we're in a coma somewhere. And we're connecting through this. We're making this all up, this safe harbor for now kind of thing. I don't know. And there's bad people in here that are in a coma. Very bad people. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I can't wait to figure it out. Yeah, right, right. The pain is the only thing that, if I didn't have the pain, I wouldn't feel and see the things that I know. I don't think, because I'm constantly thinking about things that are outside the box. Like I can literally be anywhere and completely start thinking that my reality is completely not there, like not like a hologram type thing, but we can, it's such a cool system that we come into this place and we can actually feel and touch things in here, and think in our own minds that it's actually real. I don't I don't know, but I've had two awakenings. One when I was 13, and then one in 2016 when I was about 40 something years old. Um, and I had kidney failure. Them were two major awakenings that I had that opened me up to new things. And like when I was 13 and we left that town, and I came back to that same town to visit friends I had in that town like 3 years later, and they all thought I had died. And it's like, why? And I thought it was awfully weird, but I didn't think anything of it until the Mandela effect in 2016 hit me. And then I thought, then you start putting pieces to the puzzle together. Like, geez, what if I moved into a similar world when I died at 13, and then when in 2016, and I died again, moved into another world, that's similar. Uh, so I really haven't been in my real world since I was 13 years old. Maybe that's why a lot of us are awake. Maybe a lot of us passed early on in our lives and we just keep going, or it could be your first passing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it still bugs me to this day, and it's very hard to have conversations with normies or whatever you want to call the people that don't see anything that's going on, that are really stuck in this world. They're all about everything with this world. And I am so glad that I am not in that anymore, because I can see and feel people, uh, and maybe not. I can do it on the internet a little bit, but I'm not as good as if you were in front of somebody. But you can feel them, their what they're all about, and you can kind of see. And with TV or movies or the news, you can see right through that shit. As you can see the narrative that they're throwing out, you can see whether it's a green screen behind them or not. And I see that sometimes in real life. I'll, s- I'll notice something and it'll look like it's being green screened to me. So maybe I'm losing it even more. Maybe we are all nuts. But that's and I've been writing a lot of shit down, but it's over there, and I don't feel like getting up and going over there to get it right now. Maybe I will later, but it's a lot of my babbling, my thoughts I wrote down about different scenarios and stuff. Hello, Melanie. Welcome. A blank slate. Welcome. Yeah, it's absolute. Yeah, it is a lot like living in a Truman Show, for sure. And we know that there is something behind the facade. You know, the front of everything. There's something behind it. There is definitely something behind it. And a lot of people, the 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 programming is so bad because now you don't have just TV. You have the World Wide Web. You have the Netflix, Hulu, all these platforms that are putting out their own uh, movies and stuff and propaganda. And I was down in the bar the other day, and usually we got two TVs going. One will be with sound, and the other one will be where you can read whatever they're saying, right? So I was trying to get in everybody in the Christmas spirit, so I put on a movie from 19 or from 2022. So it was made during the C19er. It's called The Christmas Karen. And there was so much propaganda in that. It was funny. I give them that. It was funny in certain parts, like her being a Karen about a girl next door running a uh, it was a black family, and this Karen is white, and so she calls the police on the next door neighbors because their kid is having a hot chocolate, like a lemonade stand, but hot chocolate. And she's like, uh, your mama's going to go to jail. This adult having an argument with a child, uh, there's just so much propaganda in this thing. And it's about, uh, so she's mean, and it's almost like the Scrooge remade. And so it has a spirit come back, and the spirit is the black guy dressed in drag with earrings on. And of course, when they go back in time to find out when she first started being a Karen, she had some issue way back then about gays or whatever propaganda they're throwing out. You've got mail. It ran into this. It ran into this, right? I watched 20 minutes of it and I couldn't watch anymore. I turned it off. So I don't know how it ended or whatever, but I couldn't watch it anymore. They still had that spirit black fairy guy in there throughout a lot of it, that from and I was just like, it wasn't only that, it was a bunch of other stuff they were thrown in there. I could see the propaganda just very, very strong in that. And but check it out. It's funny. But look and tell me if you can see the propaganda in that movie. Uh, but it's very interesting to hear people and what they argue about. And it's kind of sad. We just heard that you've got mail. Yeah, right. Who's texting me? Oh, Shirky. All right. So, hey, welcome, Joe Dirt. Ken Rotman, welcome. Busy day mowing lawn to keep the snakes away. Yeah, right. Who else? Who else came in? I think we got everybody. Oh wait, Private John. Hey, welcome. And I think we got everybody. So every time I touch this screen, the thing wants to bounce up. It feels like we're on a roller coaster or something ride. Boop, boop. Oh yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. That's the way I like it. There, let's settle this thing down here. But it's on this like cheap thing that attaches to like the side of a desk or something, and then it's got uh like this thick bending wire, so you can bend it each way you want. And so it's kind of it's great when it's in one place and you don't touch it, because as soon as you touch it, it just starts to bounce up and down. Anyways, so yeah, it's been Yep, Sharky's still alive. It's been a while since I've been on, and I really do want to start getting back into this because I believe that we need to come together and remind each other that our strength is within and with each other, and remember that I'm not the only one suffering. There's a lot of you guys who are suffering too, either in pain or what it may be, you know. But there's better, better times are coming for sure. Uh, I truly believe that this is all going to cave in. Did you just see that? We kind of went away for a little bit. Maybe it didn't happen on your end, but it tried to take me out. Um, we just got to keep fighting. Fight, fight, fight. Hoo-ah. Fight, fight, fight. Hey, Creek Mary, welcome. Dig a foot and stop, then the ground freezes. And a day later, I dig another foot or so. Otherwise, I'd sink and be trapped. So you guys don't have snow on the ground yet, Joe? We got snow. We got two snowfalls. The first one melted. Second one stuck around. And it's been cold. So winter is definitely back. Yeah. I got a flat tire. This is why I can never get ahead. So I get a flat tire. I'm trying to think what time it was. It was late at night. I think it was like 10:30 at night or something like that. And it's cold out, and so I'm out there trying to look for a jack. I got the spare tire. I got the thing to take the lug nut wrench out, or the lug nut wrench thing. I had that. No fucking jack. So I'm not far from Walmart, so I walk to Walmart and buy a fix a flat. Waste of money, waste of money. It didn't work. So I thought, well, maybe it just there wasn't enough air in the can, whatever this fucking thing's supposed to do. So I went to the gas station. I pumped her full of air, and it wasn't taking it. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't really know anybody, you know. So I just said, and I didn't really want to call a tow truck for a damn flat tire. So yeah, I was about 2 miles from where I live, so I drove it back. The next day, I go out there to change the tire, and I get four of the lug nuts off. And I figured that I could just borrow a jack from one of the other people. So from the bar, you know. So I get the four lug nuts off, and the fifth lug nut is some kind of lock key lug nut. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I look on YouTube, and I'm like, I didn't know anything about a lock key lug nut. And you're supposed to have some special lug nut in by your spare tire and all that shit. You're supposed to have this special lug nut. Well, I didn't have it, so I had to call a fucking tow truck anyways and have it towed to Cheryl Tire. And I said, well, while it's in there, I might as well just have them put a fucking tire on it because all I had was the donut, so I would have had to buy a tire anyways. So So basically $225 later, I can pick my car up. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Uh, we have we have a friend coming in. Hey boy,
Yo, dog.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear you.
You can
See,
still not
that's
hear
what
me?
I'm thinking of. I think it's on my end because when I first started the stream, I could not hear the intro. So I am gonna have to go out and come back in and see if I can get this sound fixed because I literally cannot hear. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay, say something now. See if I
Something
can hear
now.
you.
Something now.
Hear you. All right, everybody, hang on a second. I'll be right back. I gotta figure this sound out. Um, hold on.
Oh, so you can hear me? Nice. Yeah, now I'm in the timeout. Now I'm in the timeout. Oh, I need some honey. It truly needs some honey. Well, what a coincidence. I have some honey here. Put the honey in the tea. How have I been? I've been bored. But I'm okay with being bored, That's okay.
Hey, boy.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Nice. Nice.
Loud and clear.
Cool. Hey, dude, so you've been trying to fix your car, trying to fix your tire with this novelty set that they give you these days, right? I fucking hate those sets.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never had a flat tire with one of those sets because I think I would just leave. But I think I would just leave. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
try it. I'm like, what? Why don't you just install an extra tire in my car? Yeah, because it's more economic. Like I don't care. I don't care about
Right.
that extra dime per mile. I don't. I just want an extra tire in my car, not a fucking spray can.
And get this. The other three tires don't have a locked lug nut on them. Only the one tire does. Why? That makes no fucking sense. And it just happened to be the tire that went flat too.
Oh man.
I mean I cranked on that baby. I don't know how long because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, why the hell is this lug not coming off? I was afraid we were gonna have to weld that fucker off. So I went on the YouTube and I'm like, what the hell's going on with these lug nuts? And it said something about a key lug nut lock or something. You need a special lug nut wrench to get it off.
Lug nut. Lug nut.
Yeah, yeah, it was. So my car was out of commission for a couple of days, just over a damn flat tire. Um, and then there was no jack in there, so that I was like, what the fuck? It's like pieces
Yeah.
were here and pieces were missing, and but yeah, so yeah, I suppose I looked at my two front tires and they're bald as hell. So I'm eventually gonna have to get them fixed or changed out pretty quick too. I haven't even changed my damn oil because it's so damn expensive. I haven't changed my oil in like 4 months. I just keep making sure there's enough oil in there, you know. But I'm like, people change their oil after every 3,000 miles or whatever it is.
That's a
Yeah,
bit
this
slow. That's so
yeah
slow.
this oil is supposed to last for a lot longer than 3,000 miles.
Yeah, something like 20, you know,
Yeah,
20,000.
yeah. So yeah, I guess I should count my blessings, because that's the first bit of problem I had with that car since. I mean, other than the windshield wipers didn't work when I first got it and stuff like that, but like any major problem, I got through the whole summer without any problems. So it's so funny because it starts getting cold here. It It gets cold, it's snowing, and now I get a flat tire. I'm like, you couldn't do this during summertime when it would have been all right to sit on the side of a road, you know. But yeah, you've got mail. Yes,
You hot mail. You hot mail. Such a hot mail. This man.
yep, yep. So how have you been, boy?
Well, did you hear that I tried working again? Yeah, you did. That
No, I did not.
I applied for a job. You know, when you were applying for a job and Stavely was applying for a job, I was applying for a job too.
Oh,
September.
okay, okay.
I worked there for a week, and I wanted to talk to the manager, like, what's the plan after this week? And he wasn't available. And then I got to speak with him on a Wednesday. I was like, so I heard that this guy that's working me in, he's gonna leave next week. So, what's the plan? Am I gonna take over his job completely? Am I gonna drive the car and everything, the van? And he was just like, yeah, yeah. I don't know. So he was just very, how do you say? Um,
Indecisive.
no, not in the like he didn't have any words. He just didn't want to. Like he couldn't talk almost. He just didn't have any words. Like that's a weird way to be for a manager. So I thought there was something going on. I didn't know what.
Yeah.
And
So
then
did yeah,
and
go
so
ahead.
then Friday, he called me up when we were done working. Driving towards the company.
You've got
And he
mail.
said, first thing, when you get to the company, come to my office because we need to talk. And I was like, oh, okay. So I hang up the phone and I looked at my colleague. I said, I think he's going to tell me how next week is going to be. I said, but I actually think that he's going to fire me. So yeah, he fired me. He said, well, you've been working this week, but it appears I've been having how did he say? How did he put it? I've been contacting everybody around you intensively all this week, and they all say that you can't work by yourself. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. I mean, I tried to talk to this guy, and so
What were you doing? What kind of work were you
dude, I
doing?
just worked all right. They just didn't like it, and that's okay because I didn't like it either. I did like the job and I did like the people, but dude, I had to leave for about 6 o'clock in the morning. And if I was lucky, I was home at 5
Mhm.
with a traffic jam. Dude,
Yeah,
and that's too long. That's
Yeah.
11 hours in a day.
yeah.
And I only get paid 8.5. So I was like, what?
Yeah. Hey, you got paid 8.5. Listen to this. I'm still getting paid what the starter rate is, and that's $7.25 an hour. That I'm getting paid Now he's given me a key to the bar. I open the bar, I close the bar because we open at 3, we close at whatever time the customers leave. It's usually around 11 o'clock at night. So I open the bar, I close the bar, I count all the till out. There's always $750 in the till. We have to make sure there's always $750 in the till. Anything over that, that goes with our paperwork and stuff. We put it in a bag. Then we have another bag of $500 in there for the gambling machines. If anybody wins out of the
Yeah.
gambling machines, we take that money to pay them. So I'm in charge of at least 1,250 dollars uh, every night,
Yeah.
and so for me to get paid 700 or $7.25 an hour, that I'm doing the job that the last bartender did that was making $10 an hour, and I'm by myself and shit. uh, I'm not being appreciated, and this is hard on me. I've told him I will do 3 days in a row. It takes me the whole 4 days that I'm off because I only work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday,
Hmm.
and it takes me the whole 4 days to recover. Shit you not. I can't bend over. I can't
I know.
barely walk, and they want me to fill the coolers, which the coolers I have to get down on my knees and shit. The last day that I'm there, I can't fucking do it. I cannot do it. I said I'm gonna have to come in on one of my days off because the bar's totally closed anyways till Wednesday. So I said, I'll have to come in because for Thursday and Friday I can do it, but by the time Saturday rolls around, I'm so stiff.
Yeah.
I'm on my way out. My right leg is completely swollen to where the it's leaving big. My leg is like so puffed up over the sock, like this pressure sock.
Wow. Yeah.
It goes over it, and I've got a lot of fluid in there and shit. And it's like I can't. I don't think I can be doing this like this.
Yeah.
I can feel my body wearing out.
Yeah. Stop torturing yourself, dude. I just do it for 2 days then, man. Because
Yeah,
it also, I mean, it also brings you a lot, right? It brings you like money and something to do and some interaction in real life. It's
that's the
important.
only reason I like doing it is to get out and about because I don't like just sitting around. I do
Hmm.
like to get out there, um, it. But another thing I find it hard is dealing with a lot of the normies in that situation because a lot of them get drunk, and of course because it's a bar, and then they start really going off with their lefty mind attitude. They can't
Uh,
comprehend shit that I say out of my mouth. They pass it off. They can't comprehend it. They go right back to what they're talking about. They don't even listen to what I'm saying.
you can only talk to them in cliches.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
one-liner cliches. One-liner cliches. They will get that. And you can say the
Yeah.
weirdest cliches because there's also weird cliches that they will get the weird cliche. You can only talk to them in one-liners,
Mm.
cliches. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Ken, I do get tips, which they're not it's not bad, but not that good either. I
Mhm.
make but it's more than what I would have had anyways, right? But I average between about 20 and $30 a night in tips. Um, which I don't know.
Oh, that's
He
pretty
doesn't have,
decent.
he doesn't have the clientele uh like new people coming in all the time. Every once in a while he'll get somebody new, but it's mostly regulars that come in there, you know.
Yeah.
So but the well, there are some nights where you never know because like there were these people that came in and they stayed for probably about 3 hours or so, and they were playing the jukebox and they were dancing and they're having a good time. I was talking to them and stuff, and they left me a $50 tip just alone by themselves.
Ooh,
So
nice.
that yeah, that was a good one. It definitely helps for making $7.25 an hour.
Yeah,
But
right. I mean, it also shows their appreciation. Not only the money, but yeah, for somebody to do that, they don't do it because you suck, right?
right,
They tip you because you're really good. Also,
and the least amount of hours I've worked in one day is like 6. I haven't never worked under a 6 hour. Usually it's 6 or 8, or there's times where I've put 10 hours in one day. Um,
yeah,
it's the
you
I
got to
mean
get
when I,
more. You got to get this $10 an hour, dude. This $7 an hour. It's like I
yeah,
can't.
he's
I
he's
have a hard time hearing that even.
he's definitely taken advantage of me, and I'm just I'm done with it because we're not allowed to clock in till 3 o'clock. So basically, I've got to show up at least 10 or 15 minutes early to count everything out, turn on all the lights. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Pour the ice, from the ice cooler to the front. 5-gallon buckets of ice we have to carry up to fill up the front ice cooler, and so there's things that you got to do, and he doesn't. So I've worked many days, 10 or 15 minutes, uh, without being paid, because I can't clock in until 3. So to charge me $9 for electric, because I forgot to turn out the bathroom light
What?
after. Yeah, well, I closed up one night and I forgot to close. And it was a Saturday night, and we don't open up till Wednesday, so the bathroom light was on for 3 days. So he charged me $9, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, took it right out of my check. So that was the
I'm not
straw
gonna
that.
say. I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but
Yeah, that's the straw that broke the camel's
I
back.
mean, since you take care of his money, it's pretty easy to take it back. I'm just like, fuck you,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what?
and you know how God punishes, right? Seven
Yeah,
times 77 times $9.
yeah, right.
Fuck. Oh,
Even his own people, because I wasn't gonna sit on it. I was telling I'm like, do you know your fucking favorite bar here, bar owner took $9 out of my fucking check for electric, and they're like, what? Even they were like, what? How can he do that? He can't fucking do that.
you
Well, I'm
made a
telling
mistake. You made a mistake. I'm going to finish you. It's like, what?
I brought it up to him. I brought it up to him. I said, I'm not happy with your decision about this. And he goes, well, maybe you'll learn to shut the lights off then. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. You're 20 years old. Do you want to get knocked out?
Dude.
Oh my God.
So, how long do you think you will last here in this job? One more
January
month.
1st.
January
Yep.
1st. Yeah, right. 1 month.
I already got the date. I'm out of there. I'm giving them some time. Like, I'm not going to just leave them hanging. But yeah, I'm not. This ain't for me.
No, you should
I
be.
was already morally battling with it. So
Yeah, but I think
um,
you should just leave him hanging when it comes to it, right?
I should.
Yeah, of course. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
thinking about him at all. This is a decision that you make for yourself. I mean, since he's being such an asshole.
Oh, he's nicey to your face,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Until you want to bring something up, then when I he was bartending when I walked in to get my check, and when I brought it up to him, and he said what he said, he just walked away. He didn't even let me respond to it. So the rest of the time I was sitting there, it was a very odd situation, very very weird kind of type thing. So I can see now we're not going to be able to have the same relationship that we previously had after he did that.
Right, because
Because now,
it works in his favor because he's in power. So he's just gonna have this tense atmosphere that will always work in his favor, you know. So yeah,
hmm
that's a
yeah,
stupid game to play, especially
yeah.
as an owner.
So I'm deciding to bail out before anything serious happens
Mm.
there. That because I now don't trust him as far as what's he going to charge me for next, or
Right? Yeah,
yeah, you just don't know. So yeah, and that said, sounds like a typical narcissist.
yeah,
Yeah, and when he's tending the bar, he doesn't remember what fucking drink he's making. Like he'll be working on two drinks at the same time, and he'll forget which drink he's supposed to put what into. And his people on the other side of the bar will be watching him, and they'd be like, "No, don't put that in there." He's like, "I'm sorry," and he's very slow. I mean, of course, he's up there in age, so that's gonna happen. But he doesn't. He's he's not wanting to recognize it. I don't think.
Mm.
Um, but he knows what he's doing when he did what he did. That for sure. I tell you, th- there's no 70-year-old uh, forgetfulness or whatever gonna bail him out of taking $9. And like I told everybody else, it's not about the money. It's about I don't feel respected at all
Yeah,
after that.
exactly. Right.
Yeah, exactly. I am, and I'm not gonna fucking be around somebody that is not gonna respect me. It's got to go both ways. But and who knows? As soon as something comes around to where people start masking up and all that shit, he'll shut his bar down again anyway. So his money maker's not in the bar; it's up here in these rooms. Each person's paying $400 or $450 a month. It adds up.
Yeah, he's got a
So,
good business going there, right?
right? Yeah, he's got his money sitting right up here. He
Yeah.
doesn't really have to, and that's what everybody knows that he can chose the heat up here too, which I found out. Um, we don't have access to the heat the thermometer up here. It's behind a locked door.
What?
So yeah, so he can set the heat up here, whatever he feels like should be comfortable, and
Fuck, dude.
we're not allowed to have a space heater in our room. Get that? I'm like, they make these space heaters so safe nowadays, you
Yeah.
know, and we're not allowed to have one up here in our room. The bathrooms are off the hallway, right? And the doors are always open to the bathroom, so it's really cold in the
Yeah.
bathroom. It's like going to take a shower is like I hate freezing coming out of that damn shower. That's where I would love to have a space heater. Is during while I'm taking a shower, get that space heater going in there.
Right.
That would. But I could stop here, and I've got plenty of places. Like Esther wants me to come paint her interior, her whole interior.
Ah,
So
that's a good job for the winter.
yeah, so we're kind of I've been talking to her, and we're kind of planning on February for me to go to Pennsylvania and see what she's got, as far as her and her husband's house. I think she said it was a 3 bedroom house. So lots of work to do there.
Yeah.
And Annette wants me to come visit her, just to visit.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That's like optimal, dude. Like combining work and pleasure together. That's excellent.
mm,
Doesn't get much
yeah,
better than that.
yeah, yeah. And um, there's a uh, Esther, her and her husband have a guest house on the property that I can stay in while I'm painting. I estimated it'd probably take me, because I'm a lot slower than I used to be, probably about 2 weeks to do. Depending on, I haven't seen the rooms or anything yet, so I'm not
Hmm.
sure exactly, but I said probably about 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah,
She's like,
depends
"Oh,
on like if there's a lot of woodwork, it's gonna take you longer, of course. But if it's just the
yeah,
walls, yeah,
yeah." She said, "Take as long as you want. Come stay wherever." So that's pretty cool. I can. Doesn't matter how long they would like me to come
excellent.
visit. And while I'm there, I might as well put myself to use.
Yeah, yeah. Like Annette
Clean
said, that
yard.
sounds like a wonderful opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. Kimmy says, "Man, I need a good massage, but I can't have one with my blisters." Yeah, that would hurt, wouldn't it? So you got the blisters on the back, huh? She fell asleep on them packets, I guess. Them hand packets, I think is what she was talking about. Them hand warmer things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, I'm telling you, and I go through a lot more of my medicine when I'm trying to work. It's just not a good payoff, you know,
No. Yeah, you need to
because
find something
I'm
else again. You need
I'm
to.
on my feet at least 8 hours a day, and I don't really. I take a break here and there, but I really don't get any breaks because I'm by
Yeah.
myself. So, and I cook pizzas. We don't have much food there to cook, but we have pizzas that we can cook for people. And there's a lot of people that order pizza.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, I like the people and everything, but it's just, it's not worth my health. It's
No,
really,
dude.
really wearing on me. And I can feel, you can tell when you feel your body breaking down. And I'm telling you, I can feel it.
Yeah, I believe you. But it's good to hear that you have this other thing ahead of you, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to visit. Um, uh, what did I just say? Um,
I forgot her name,
Esther and her husband. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to visiting them guys, and
Esther.
then I'll probably hit a net on the way back, or maybe hit a net before I go there. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm driving or what. They said that she would probably fly me there, but I don't want to be stuck without a vehicle. So I'd rather drive there.
Yeah.
You know I'd be treating you to some fruit and herbs. Yes, I know. Oh, and Annette makes a good she makes a good vegetarian pizza. I never had a vegetarian pizza until I was with Annette down visiting Annette, and she introduced me to a veggie pizza. I was surprised that it was good.
Of course, it's good. Yeah. You know, you just need good cheese on pizza. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah, really. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
if there's some onions and some greens on it and some tomatoes, that's actually just enough, dude. I mean, that
Hmm.
doesn't sound vegetarian to me. You know, it's just like a good pizza. I don't necessarily need meat on a pizza.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of meat pizzas. I really am. Um, I like um what am I looking for? I like something on a veggie pizza, and I can't. I just had it in my head what it was.
Mushrooms,
No, Popeye, ooh, spinach. That's it.
spinach, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love spinach on the. I gotta have spinach on my
Yeah, or fresh arugula. That's also very good on it.
uh,
Rocket slaw. I think you call it rocket slaw.
my
Rocket
thoughts are
lettuce.
like going poof 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 poof, like they're being interrupted. Like you're in the middle of a thought, and all of a sudden it just disappears on you. It's
Yeah,
like, hey, come back here! Get the fuck back here! You're like
yeah.
grabbing at it. Hey, it's going, it's going, it's gone. Pear and goat cheese pizza. I have not had that. Venison pizza. I have had a venison pizza before. Like, of course, I'm in Wisconsin. We have venison everything. Like a deluxe with meat and veggies. Veggie pizza is good if done right. Put feet up, head when swollen. Feet high, head lower, drain it back out with pressure socks. Faster way I can think of to drain out fluid. Drain back with pressure. Yeah, no, I keep the pressure socks on, and I do try to put my feet up as much as possible. But I found that just a couple days sleep in bed, the fluid works its way back out. So it's not, and I don't need any pills to do it. They always want to push like a water pill, or which they have done in my previous uh, before. The blood pressure pill that I was on had a little bit of a water. What do they call the medicine for whatever? But it was like 10 milligrams of high blood pressure medicine and 5 milligrams of medicine that will push water, that will take water out of your body. Well, I stopped taking that pill during the summer, and so I don't have that pill to take to get rid of the water now, and which does make me pee a lot more. But I found that when my leg gets that swollen, if I can just lay down for a while, it will. If when it's that swollen, like it has been that big, like that, like by Saturday night, my leg, I can barely pick it up. It feels like a big fucking log.
Wow.
And 2 days later, the swelling's completely gone, and that's just from bed rest.
Yeah.
no pills, nothing to take the water out. It's just my body is doing its job by itself, but it takes time for my body to do it.
Yeah, some
So
things you just can't rush.
right, right. And the pills is what rushes the to get it off your. And I know that that's hard on my heart, me being full of fluids like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that's another reason I've got to get out of
Yeah, you got
this
to choose for
work.
yourself.
Right. Because every Saturday night, I feel, um,
Almost dead.
yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, and I got a flight of stairs to come up, and I can any other day I can walk up that flight of stairs without using the railing. I just walk right up them. It takes me a little bit with my right leg because that's the worst part of me. But on Saturday night, I'm grabbing that thing and the railing and pulling myself up on it. I, I'm telling you, I'm like I can't keep doing this.
No.
Um, so I'm learning where I am in life as far as what I can physically do and what I can't.
Yeah.
So it's all a lesson.
Yeah. It's one big process of consciousness, right? Becoming more more
Yeah.
conscious of everything, because
Hey,
everything's
welcome,
constantly
Brian.
changing. Yo, Brian, what's up?
Hey, Patrick, why don't you drop another link in case somebody wants to join? Hey, Annette, why don't you be quiet? No. All right, I'll drop another. Are you coming in then, Annette, if I drop another link? I am so like somebody in the bar told me that I have very dry humor because every time I try to crack a joke at them, they didn't laugh at me at all, and I'm like, I must not be very funny. And they said, no, you just have dry humor, and I'm like, I don't know how to take that, but okay, thank you. I'm trying to get the link here, but it, they were shooting pool. This is one of the jokes I was like, um, they were shooting pool in the men's bathrooms right by the pool table, and the bathroom doors to the men's and women's are always open unless somebody shuts it. So I was walking towards the bathroom into the bathroom, and I turned around. I said, "I guess I'm gonna have to shut the door this time," joking around, And the one lady said to the other, I could hear it. Was he serious? like, like I wanted to leave the door open so they could watch me piss. But they didn't get it. After I was done pissing, I had to come out and explain myself, so they didn't think I was like some weirdo.
Weird.
I can't get this to post. How am I fucking?
I will post it. Never mind.
Oh,
I got it.
thanks.
I
I
got it.
have issues with trying to.
Oh no, I can't because I don't have a wrench yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fix that. I can get on my phone now because I have a tablet that I'm streaming from.
Okay.
So
So
I
yeah.
can get my phone now and get that handed out. I'll get you a wrench in a second here.
See if
I
you do
can't
that.
believe that you don't have a wrench yet.
If you do that for me, I will do that for you.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I just signed up to your new did you see my name? Because I just signed up to you yesterday. I didn't know that you had a new account.
No, it doesn't notify me of every new, or I didn't see it yet.
Okay, so I gotta go all the way back and find your name. Can you put your name?
Oh
Say
yeah,
something.
I should say something.
Creek Mary don't have a wrench either.
Oh,
So Creek Mary, you now have a wrench. Ken Rotman don't have a wrench either. Do I trust Ken Rotman to have a wrench? Are we buddies now, Ken?
oh, you had some issues in the past, but you know
Yeah, I know. I'm
it might be
joking.
water under the bridge by now.
Ken had no. I know. I'm just kidding. We don't hold on to animosity. I don't hold grudges. I gave Ken a wrench.
I don't hold grudges either, you know, but some people do actually take it too far, and I don't hold a grudge against them. But it's like, yeah, well, you know, we're not.
There, you should have the wrench now.
Okay.
So yeah, you can put that in there for me.
Mm,
Joe Dirt, Brian, what's up, Brian? How's the boxing going? Um, Keith, hey Keith, I still haven't worked out what the wrench is for. The wrench is for any other people that come in here. I don't really have much of a problem with people coming in here and being assholes, you know. That's basically what the wrench is for, but we don't have a whole lot of people that come in our chat here and cause problems. Everybody's pretty cool.
well, you also need a wrench to share a link, so that's
Yes. Yep. Yeah,
and
and
what.
then there's new things for moderators too. I'm not sure everything with the new stuff moderators can do now.
Oh, that
Right.
changed. Yeah. And so what also comes with the wrench is that you can click on somebody's name and you can go to their channel and you can sub or whatever or leave a message. So that's
Oh,
also
okay.
a feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Void just put the link in there. If anybody wants to come join us, you're more than welcome to. I like this new tablet.
Oh, you got a new tablet?
Yeah, it's a Fire. I got it for Christmas already. Esther sent this to me.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Esther.
Nice.
But it's a Fire. It's from Amazon. It's a Fire Amazon. I don't know what it's called. Um, I got the instructions laying on the floor. Fire, a Fire HD10 tablet.
Hmm.
Right here. That's what it is.
Hello.
I hear somebody came in, but I don't see him. Oh, there's Joe right there. Joe Dirt.
What are you up
Joe.
to?
Hey, it looks like you got snow on the ground.
Yeah, about that was actually tonight. That's why I said, "Oh shit."
Oh,
Yeah, about,
see,
half ounce lakes.
I was just talking about snow. Asked you if you had snow on the ground, and boom, you got snow on the ground.
Yeah, I know. I was like, "You son of a bitch." No, I had a package dropped off about 9:30, so I figured I'd walk down the driveway and get it. Driving pretty late tonight, apparently.
So
So
how's
how are you guys
everything
doing?
going?
Well, not too bad.
Yeah,
Got a lot
yeah,
of this white. You can't see shit.
yeah. It's hard. It's hard to see. It looks like you're
Yeah,
walking on the moon.
I know, right? Yeah,
Don't it,
no.
guys? It looks like he's walking on the moon.
There's the moon.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, that's a light pole.
The moon has been pretty bright lately.
Yeah, it has. I just thought I'd stop and say hello. I'll probably be heading to bed shortly here. I gotta be in town
Okay.
tomorrow early.
Okay.
So, but hello, guys.
Hello. I'm glad that you stopped in. It's been a while since I've talking to you. Hey, who is that? Which one is
Ever,
that?
Joe?
It's
Which
Buster.
Buster?
Yeah.
How are the
Hey,
dogs doing?
well, they're doing pretty good.
You know, I'm so glad that I didn't put that dog through taking him with me. That would have
Oh, I
been a
already
bitch.
I already came and got
Yeah,
the
I would have had to drive him all the way back.
Kirby. He was over
He-
by the rock.
so,
Yeah, no, there's a fucking light pole.
what we're talking about is Joe's got 3 dogs, and they are big ass dogs, but they are the friendliest dogs you'll ever meet. They're very, very lovable dogs, but they're scary. They will bark at you one time, and you think they're gonna take your head off. But they are more. They're only protecting the land, but
There's the
they're more babies than. But he's got some good dogs there. So how's mom and the kid?
oh, they're all doing pretty good.
What's
Good,
that
good.
sound?
Yeah, they're all doing pretty good.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's coming from Joe's.
fingers are froze now.
Huh. Welcome, Mental Pancakes.
All right. Yeah, I'm still here. Get my coat off shit.
Yeah. Are you just getting home or what? Or did you just go out for a walk?
No, I just got an email that Amazon dropped off a package, so I went and got it.
Oh, okay. Damn, you walked all the way out to the mailbox?
Yeah,
Damn. That's a long walk.
and my hands are kind of cold.
Yeah, I bet.
Plus,
So
I stood out there for a while.
anything new going on with you, Joe?
No, I've been digging out the pond. I get about a foot or so, and then I start. I break the ground too far. Then I wait a day, let it freeze, and then I dig another foot deep. No, got all that dirt field done. Got all the wood stacked.
I mean, Joe's still
I think-
digging holes, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that's the advice that he has for mankind: dig holes. That's what he
Dig
says
holes.
each and every day. And now I haven't talked to the man in 6 months. And like, how are you doing? I'm digging a hole, right? I mean, he's keeping his word, okay?
Yeah, no, that's the truth too. No, I had a tire shop tell me I could have all the tires I wanted, and he'd pay me. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Thinking
you're kind
about
of
something to
cutting
do
in
with it.
and out, Joe.
Oh, sorry about that.
You sound like a robot.
It's bad signal here.
Yeah, now you sound all right.
Yeah, so been keeping reasonably busy. So that's about it. Just thought I'd say hi, but I'll probably jump off and
Hey,
listen.
John. Pat. Yo.
Hey, how you doing,
Hey,
Robin?
Rotman, how's it going?
Oh, it's been a hard year, but yeah, probably the hardest year I've ever had. But things are getting better. So
So, are
I
you
think,
back in your original place?
yeah,
Okay.
back where Bruno was born. Yeah, my puppy dog. He's sleeping right now, eh, bro? Yeah. So I was living on an island, but yeah, it got a bit hard just doing stuff. You know, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah.
stamina for living off the grid anymore. It pisses me off a bit because it was 10 years ago. It would have been perfect, you know. And I sort of miss the place. 100 people on an island, and there are no cops, no cancel, no crime. You know, the community
Yeah.
works. Yeah, yeah.
It's a good living, but it's hard on your body, and we're getting pretty old.
I was seeing old people, you know, when you go shopping, you'd have to catch the ferry, and then normally the locals had a car on the other side, on the mainland, and then you go shopping, and then you have to cart all the stuff up this big wharf and onto the ferry. And I seen these old people, they didn't even have washing machines, and they'd go to the mainland to do the washing, and they've got all these bags.
That's a hassle.
And that'd be, yeah, I really felt for everyone there because they were doing as hard as I had over the years. You know,
Mhm.
I felt, yeah, they didn't want me to go in the end. All the people there, they don't trust many people, and but they all like me. So I felt privileged. You know? I wasn't taken out in the bush and buried. You know, like
Where did you
somehow
guys get your water and stuff from?
Sorry, Pat.
Where did you guys get your water and stuff from? Was it all
Oh,
bottled water?
yeah, tank water, ball water. Yeah, everyone's on a generator. They're on tank water.
Mm.
And there's always ball water. Ball water's everywhere here in this state. We're sitting on a whole table of water in this, you know, saying there's water shortage. What the hell? The water comes from the sky, you know. Yet they own it. I found out China owns all our water and they sell it to other companies in other countries. They own 80% of our water, and it's like, how does that even work? Like, the water's free. It comes from the sky.
Some states here, it's against the law to collect rainwater.
Well,
Yeah, it
and
used to be that way here.
rainwater is not the best drinking water. You know,
Now
Right.
even without the chemtrails, even if you don't have chemtrails, rainwater has never been known to be good drinking water.
Well,
know.
you've got
People
to
don't-
filter it, you know.
You might be able to survive on it, but you don't use it. No.
I've been on tank water everywhere I've lived for the last 30 years, 40 years. I've been on tank water. And I've been into towns and suburbs, and I can't drink the water. It makes me throw up straight away. Like within 10 minutes of having a cup of tea, I'll be out in the backyard throwing up, you know. I remember, you know, when I first come to this area in the main town, 45 minutes away, me and me Rottweiler come to this town to sail to live, and I could smell the fluoride in the taps, and I gave me dog a drink of water, and I had a cup of tea, and we were both outside within 20 minutes, both throwing up at the exact same time, me and me dog.
Wow. It's not good. So
That
what
was-
is good?
Yeah, that was the
What's
late
good?
90s.
What's good?
So I've
I'd
always
rather
been,
drink the water than the rainwater.
always been a fanatic on pure water, you know, for many years. When I found out they were putting fluoride in the town supplies, and was reading this comic from England, Judge Dredd, and you know they were in one of the stories they were putting stuff in the water to make the population more subdued. And this reporter finds out he's following the judges and all these tanks putting all this stuff in the water, and he's going to blow the whole story, and then 20 years in jail in an ISO cube. You know, it was like, wow, that story is prophetic.
I heard about this guy that was running a water company and a water installation, right, for a city or for a community, and this man worked there for 20 or 30 years, and then they found out that he never put the fluoride in the water. He just always, he was so he was charged for not putting the fluoride in the water because he knew, like, I'm just not gonna do it. He just knew that. And so he didn't.
I remember that
Now he's
story.
in jail
Well,
for saving the people. Yeah, this is a crazy world, dude.
That's happened here in Australia. This whole suburb area, some rural area, they found out that the fluoride hadn't been added, and so they subsidised all the locals for not having fluoride in their water for 6 months. And it was like, what the hell?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
one of my buddies in town, his old lady got colon cancer and breast cancer and all that, and she survived. But when I was talking to him one day, the woman next door got colon cancer and stuff, and she moved, but she survived. And the other next door neighbor next door to them, they had cancer, colon cancer, all pretty young. They're all my age, right? And it's like, you guys got to quit drinking the same water,
Exactly.
because it's like all three houses, and that's as far as I know. I don't know down the rest of the street, but you know what I mean.
Well,
That's all three houses in a row.
The same happened in an area my parents were living in back in the 80s.
Oh, and her son died at like 25 years old of cancer too. It's like, dude, I would have moved out 20 years ago the second I've noticed any of this crap.
Well, we used to live in this area. They had these big electrical towers, and you'd see the sparks coming off them at night. It was quite cool to watch, these big giant electric towers with all the wires going off them. And everyone in that area, like 10 years later, my mum, my mate Cammy, remember Cammy, his dad, all these people in that area got brain tumours in the exact same places at the exact same age. It was like 10 years later, they all had brain tumours, and I know it was from those towers. And they were electrical towers. They weren't even cell towers. So my mum ended up getting that fantastic cure for cancer. What do you call it? Chemo, and killed her. And God, I've met a lot of people that happened to. It's not the tumour that kills them, it's the treatment. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, besides that, everything's been good. I'm able to have a shower whenever I want. And when I was on the island, I couldn't have a shower. 6 months without a shower.
It's a sand bath, huh?
Yeah. But, what doesn't kill you makes you tougher. And I appreciate, God for, I'm living longer than a lot of my friends. I'm one of there's a club they've got here called the Last Man Standing Club, and it's like for all the people who've lost every single friend they've known because they outlived them. Anyway, so I heard it was pretty hard yakka. Well, that means hard work doing the pub, Like, how long were you working? 8-hour days? Oh, sorry. I couldn't I made a limit of 6-hour days in me when I was painting a few years back. Wouldn't work any more than 6 hours and no more than 3 days a week because I knew the chemicals would start getting to me after that.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mowed the lawn before. Oh God, hard yakka. Snakes are everywhere in this town because we had bushfires. We had bushfires for a week. It was on the verge of the town. We had no way out. And, the wind changed at the last moment before we were going to be engulfed. But it brought all the snakes into town. They all escaped from the bush and they're all come to town to party. Yay, we got snakes everywhere. But I'm lucky because I've got a big giant blue-tongued lizard. He's about 2 foot long. And he's been here for 2 months since the weather started getting warm. And no kidding, no snake has come here, because they're scared of the lizards. These lizards will kill them, and chase them off the property. They get territorial. So I'm very blessed by God that all these other people in town have had snakes and tiger snakes and every snake that will kill you. And we don't have any non-venomous snakes.
Getting tired, Patrick.
Who is? You is, Joe? Or Pat?
Said I'm getting tired. Yeah, I got to get up early too.
All right.
I just want to stop and say, hey.
Thanks.
Get up, probably see you Saturday or something.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, Joe. I
Hey,
appreciate
yeah, take it easy. Take it easy, boy. And we'll talk to you Saturday. Probably.
Always good talking to you, Joe. Good on you, buddy. Love you, man.
Talk to you later, Joe.
Yeah, Joe's got this bad connection where it makes it robotic. He's been on a few of my streams lately, and it comes good sometimes. I don't know what's causing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop out too, Patrick.
So,
all right, boy. Thanks for stopping by, boy.
Yeah, good talking to you again, and I hope you manage this last month. And I'll talk to you again.
What time is it there?
I'll be watching for your videos now.
Awesome.
How late is it there, boy? Yeah.
It's early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, you got stuff to do.
Okay, guys. I see you later.
Always
All
good
right,
hair.
see you, boy.
Yeah, good on you, bud. Oh, Pat, it's just you and me, bud.
So,
hey, we had a while back, a year or so back, but I think, just a misunderstanding, it was a bit like
yeah,
I think,
no big deal.
Nah.
So how long have you been back now?
Since June, when my beagle died on the, that was June. Like she died at the end of May. I had to have her put down.
Welcome, Brian.
Yeah, so we come back here after, just a month after July. Yeah.
Okay.
End of June, I think. Yeah, so back with the kangaroos. On the island, I was hanging out with koalas, and that was pretty cool. The koalas are chill.
So how's Brian doing tonight?
I'm doing fine this morning here. Yeah.
Hey, Brian. THC.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit too.
Me?
Yeah, you sound fine now.
Yeah, I think my
good.
mic is. It's not what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
So how's work and everything going?
No, it's all good. It's just work. Work from Work for me is just something you go through to enjoy yourself. I have a saying, you know, I work to live, I don't live to work.
Mhm.
When I used to paint, I used to say, just pretend you're in this slave camp, but you get paid at the end of the day for it, you know, and that'll get me through.
Yeah. So yeah, work is work. You know, I don't care actually no more. That was once upon a time where I cared about what I did. You know, and I said pride in what I did. I don't no more. No, now it's just 8 hours. I'm out of the house. You know, when I come home, then
Don't-
life starts. Yeah.
It's like that with painting. I took so much pride in me painting, and but you get little appreciation, you know, even though they say, "Oh, yeah, good job" and all that, but yeah. I was a perfectionist.
What is a good job?
Well, it's at least 3 coats of paint on bare wood for a start. Yeah. You never cheat on coats of paint.
What is a good job? Being a bouncer in a strip joint. I'm just joking.
I actually would enjoy that. I think.
I actually did that for one night. I
I
got to
was a
know.
bouncer. Yeah, I was a bouncer in a strip joint in my early 20s down in Florida.
I
It
was
was
one night, not
one
at
night.
at a brothel. Yeah, they asked me if I could stay because it was all these weirdos were turning up, and I was just pretending I was the boss and turning them all away. That it was like this. Yeah, I mean, these are really heavy duty looking people. You wouldn't want to let them in, you know. But that was fun,
Yeah,
you know.
the hardest part, I ended up getting fired because I should have never been hired because my girlfriend worked there. So
Oh,
No,
That-
that's not
the first guy that put his hands on my
Oh,
girlfriend, I took him
oh,
outside.
that would be a hard job. Yeah.
Well, they're not supposed to touch the girls, you know.
No,
And
no.
I took a little extra. You know, sometimes you let it slide a little bit, but when it's your girlfriend, no way.
But that's the law. That's part of the rules, you know. Look but don't touch. So yeah, they're
Right.
crossing the line. So you probably had a right, whatever, yeah, to do
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
And then it didn't help when her and I would be in the back arguing about, you know, who she's talking to and shit like that. You know, I know that she's there to make money and to you know, put it all out there. You know that. Oh,
You know her job is to flirt, right?
yes, exactly.
You can't be jealous if your girlfriend's
I-
a stripper, you know.
I was a
Jealousy.
very jealous guy. Yeah. No, I know. It was the wrong job for me, that's for sure.
When I was younger, I used to be such a jealous person, but I totally outgrew it. It was like I saw how that was silly, really. You know, like
I
people
remember one
want to do, you know, and you don't, you know, if they want to do that, fine, okay.
I remember one time, this is after I got fired. She was coming home later and later, early in the morning. Like I'm talking 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be asking her, "Where the fuck have you been?" Oh, me and the girls went out for breakfast. You know, whatever. Da 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 da. So one night or one morning, I should say, I took a baseball bat and I walked down about half a block down my street and hid behind a tree. And I stood there for over an hour and finally they showed up. And she was in another, I knew the guy he's another bouncer at the strip joint. And when she got out of his car and he had like a fucking nice ass not a Corvette, but it was like a Mustang Corvette type. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he had it all decked out, very nice, put a lot of money into it. Well, anyway,
Yep.
I seen her get out of the car, and I walked right in the middle of the street, and I'm having it out with her loud down the street, and she's like, Pat, don't do it, don't do it, please don't do it. And I'm like asking him to get the fuck out of the car, and I've got this baseball bat, so get the fuck out of the car now. And I'm like half a block away, right? And so he stays in the car, and he guns it to go past me as fast as he can. And I took that baseball bat and I swung it, and I fucking smashed his windshield. And he kept going, and I thought for sure I was going to have the cops at my door. He never reported it, and he never asked me for the money for fixing his car, because he knew he got what was coming to him.
Yeah, he knew he'd been doing wrong.
Yeah, right. And so that was the end of us. I was done with that.
Oh yeah.
And I was only like 22 years old, young, full of gusto.
You're really taking it personal, when you're that
Yeah,
age.
right, yeah.
I tell you. No, I
And-
was very jealous and obsessive and compulsive when I was younger, And I saw it as a scourge in the end. I was thinking, well, that chick split up with me because she's slut, but I can't take offense at that, or that's her choice. She wants to go out with some guys
Yeah.
worse than me.
Yeah, be honest to my face. Don't do it behind my back,
Yeah,
and then tell me a lie.
yeah, that's what I hate. When they lie to you.
And that was the biggest thing, is I wanted to take all my anger out on him because I knew I couldn't beat her up. I wanted to kick his ass, even though he wasn't at fault. I mean, he was at fault because he knew we were together, but it was more her. She is at fault. I put it all on her, but you can't go kick her ass.
Nah.
And he wasn't gonna get out of the car. He's a little pussy. I don't even know how he got a job bouncing, because he's a big guy is why. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh, yeah. No,
Of course, I had a baseball bat. He could have had a gun for all I know. I mean, he really could have had a gun. I didn't know.
I used to be pretty good at fighting when I was younger, but when you get older, bones don't heal as quick. It's like, I stopped fighting 30 so years ago. And the whole thing in when I analysed it, I was just around dickheads, and you get drawn into how stupid they are, and it's pointless because you deal.
Yeah,
with
we really get older.
idiots. I was hanging around too many drunks, and but you get wise. And you try to help them, and some people you can't help, and you got to just walk right away from them. See you later.
Yeah.
I got someone harassing me on the phone for weeks and weeks and weeks.
And look who we're talking to about boxing and fighting, and we got a boxer.
Right.
Listen, it's never about them. Never, ever.
Yeah.
It's all about you.
Mhm.
When you're fighting, what you feel in that moment is all there is. Your hate towards them is not real. It's
Mhm.
your own. You're fighting your own monsters when you're fighting people like that.
Yeah. Yep, I
That's
totally
it.
agree.
Like, that's one of the things I learnt when I used to fight. Not to let anger be the energy. It's not. And a lot of
Oh, that's not good. No, no,
a lot of the
that's a
people
sure way to lose.
like say at school, I used to fight against so many kids, and we end up best friends because it's sort of a respect thing. It's like it wasn't a personal thing ever. I never took it personal. It's like because I
Well,
was a good fighter. I used to,
well, emotions. Actually, I taught that. I learned that from the samurai Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah.
He learned he talks a lot about feelings, and feelings have no place in fighting. Feelings have no emotions at all. Have no place in fighting. They are hindering you in doing what you need to do. You have to have to go into all your skills at once. You need to empty your mind totally and just react.
And
'Cause
all the
everything-
fights I lost were because I was angry and I was just going straight in and not thinking and got beat, my ass kicked.
Yeah, because once you're
Yeah.
driven by emotions, you are not driven by your skills. You know?
Every
It's-
time I fought without anger, I won.
Yeah. If you keep thinking about the hammer, you'll never use the screwdriver.
Nowadays, I just fight with, knowledge and
Yeah, I just hammer this shit to death.
I can't.
But sometimes it takes finesse.
I'm not strong enough to fight. My arthritis is too fucked up. I've got too messed up hands from just lifting too many heavy things. I can't hardly do the dishes these days.
Yeah.
It's hard to peel a potato, That's when you know you're fucked. When your hands aren't working properly. Oh no. Anyway, I'm getting back into art, but God, I'm scared because it's my writing hand that's the worst. Yeah, and I know it's going to be hard yakka. I got a draw about what's happened in the world the last bloody decade, and I'm going to create different characters for what Yeah.
Have you been doing much streaming, Rotman?
Oh, I have, but within the last year, I've had 3 channels terminated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
What did they kick you off for?
yeah. I don't even know what for the last time. They didn't tell me, just for hate violation and abusive and
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. And
Yeah, they gave me a strike. They actually gave me 2 strikes this time. So
actually, I had a strike. It was for showing nothing. It was like just some silly clip, and just 7 days, and I'm back again today. I can stream now. So
I noticed on my channel today that I have 138 videos, which is totally wrong. I've got over 500 videos. I know that for a fact.
I've noticed that
hell?
other people, they got hundreds of videos. You go there and they're only showing like 50. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
you want to hear something funny about my last strike?
Yeah.
My last strike was I didn't know, what it was for, but then they came and showed there was like this marker where you can see what you did wrong, and it was one of the memes from my intro, where I'm talking about the thing,
Yeah.
and it's just a meme on the screen about the intro in a live from my live shows, and it's been the same intro for almost 2 years now. I counted them out. I have 49 live streams with that intro, and all of a sudden they gave me not from the last one, but for the one 3 weeks ago, they gave me a strike for the intro. I was like, you know,
Huh.
all my lives have the same intro.
Oh my god.
Well, they did the same to me with my first channel. They went back 8 years and striked me for channels, for videos I'd put up like 6 years ago, 3 years ago. It was like constantly until the channel got terminated. There's some algorithm that went back on everyone's channel.
You
and
know what?
oh,
I don't think it's an
talk about
algorithm.
the Muslims
I
or
really
whatever.
don't. Because an algorithm would have found out that all my lives contained that, so it's not, that's not the issue. I actually think there are people out there saying, oh, this is against the rules. I'm gonna.
But then I look back on the things I was saying like 6-7 years ago, and I was totally wrong on a lot of stuff. And I go, I'm actually glad they took that.
I know I got a lot of strikes for medical misinformation. And I got one strike for political misinformation. Back when
Mine was mainly political, Patrick. It was because I was putting shit on my Premier of the state. Now he's out of power. It doesn't matter. But when he's in power, anyone who talked about him, the cops are coming. I got arrested for a YouTube video, and it wasn't for the wood I took from the forest. It was because I was mocking the hell. I was just being I was mocking him in a friendly way. I was just making fun of him, splicing up videos. And I did talk about some of his policies where he believes in 9-month abortions and stuff. That might have been a bit controversial, but anyway, he's out of power now, so you can say what you want about him now. It's like, oh God, it's weird how times change, but I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I just don't get controversial anymore. I'm not getting into politics or.
Good night, Joe. Yeah, right.
No,
it's not worth the politics. We're much higher than that.
I hate it, actually. I hate politics.
Yeah, that's this worldly stuff. You got to get out of the worldly stuff.
You know what? We can't be part of this world, but we've got to live in it. And I think that Jesus, he doesn't want us getting involved in it too much. Just live our lives and
do the best we can without having to get involved in all this shit that's going.
We get angry about the situation in Middle Earth and that, there's nothing we can do. So it's no use getting into arguments about who's right and who's wrong, because God will sort it anyway, because they can't get away with this. They can only get away with this for so long. That's how I'm thinking now. I'm leaving it up to God. I'm not going to get angry about it anymore, because I get upset, but not angry.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. I don't know. I just don't feel right in this world. This world seems like upside down. Everything it does is half-ass backwards.
Yeah.
No, it's just a bad way to do
it. It's like everything they're telling us on TV is the opposite. Whatever they're telling us is actually the opposite. Where do you go from there?
I don't
listen to it anymore.
The way I get my news is from the people that come in the bar, that they're talking about it, and I'm like, I said the one guy, I mean, he literally was bitching about something about politics, and I said, why? What's happening now? And he goes, Pat, you need to fucking get informed. He goes, you need to watch that turn that gun smoke off, because I had gun smoke playing. He's like, turn that gun smoke off and turn the fucking news on and get informed. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, I need a cheeseburger.
Look,
Oh
I've had a
my
friend
God.
who's been informing me about the Middle East ever since it began. Middle Earth, I mean. And she's just repeating everything on the mainstream. And like, I'll get 50 messages and I'll put one message in, like, yeah, you see how blah, blah. I'll just say one thing just to trigger her, Hamas is Israel. Yeah, anyway. But it's the thing is, it's like, why is she even bothering? She knows my stand. I'm not getting involved. I've told her, I'm watching a video about a bear and a guy being best friends right now. I don't care about what's going on over there at the moment. I mean, I
He
do.
said to me, Patrick, he goes, you don't know what the fuck's going on. They just attacked one of our warships. And I'm like, what?
I'd ran
And
attack or something.
yeah, so I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Here we
A couple
go
of
again.
drones went over there and alleged
The
missile.
false narrative is being pushed, and these guys cannot see it.
I've never seen it. I turned 65 a few days ago, Friday, and no kidding, this latest thing, I've never seen anything like it in my life, ever. I've seen a lot of bad shit go down, but nothing like this. It's like they had the thing, for 3 years, and then they had the 7-Eleven, and then they had the, and this is the worst of it all. This is like, we're watching this place just turn into a fucking, Terminator 2 future situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, where am I getting my news? She keeps saying, where the fuck it, tell your dickhead mates. I don't have any mates. What are you talking about?
You know what your answer to that, Ken? I don't do news. I use my brain.
I've been saying that to her. I've been saying, foreign Sky News. Oh, they're the best news in Australia. They're the most. They start off like real right wing, and now I've seen how they've swung it, and that like they were totally pushing everything, and they're still pushing everything, and they're owned by Rupert Murdoch for a start. I mean, help us. And they're the main source for Australian news besides the mainstream. They are mainstream. And she's saying, how dare you say I watch mainstream news? And I'm going, you do, you watch Sky News. That's not mainstream. It's like every day I get sworn at in text, and I won't answer for 4 days, and then I'll put one little thing. How's the IDF find all those set up guns and stuff in a hospital? Oh, get fucked. I'd seen that guy in plenty of other videos too, but no, he's the official IDF spokesman. We've got to believe him. Oh God, that triggered about 50 other messages. Like the next bit. I hate God. I hate Jesus. I hate the Jews. Everything I am, apparently. And I've never said I hated a Jew, ever.
I've gotten myself into a
it.
lot of
anything.
religion conversations in the bar. People want to,
I don't want to fight with anyone.
Listen, I can see people who are actually little demons, because I've talked many times about how I follow Jesus Christ, and there's some people who do, and there's some people who don't believe in God at all. And I've had many conversations with some of these people. Well, I got one regular that came in the other night, and he knows that absolutely how I feel. And he said to a girl, he told her a Jesus joke, and I turned my head because I knew as soon as he said something about nails, and it's a joke. And I was pissed off, but then all of a sudden I got a thought in my head that said they hated him, therefore they're going to hate you. And and it was like almost like Jesus had told me, hey, they hated me, they're going to hate you for loving me. And he absolutely knew that I followed Jesus Christ, and he told that joke on purpose.
Yeah, to try and incite you, try to get you
Yeah.
stirred up. Now, when I found that out, when I left the Jehovah's Witnesses, right, back in, I was in me, I just turned 30 or so. My family, I'd left the Witnesses for like 2 years. They all thought it was fine. Oh, he's just out sowing his oats or whatever. He'll be back. They always think you're going to come back. And then the more research, all that. I found out how they changed they've got their own Bible where they 7,000 changes, all that. And then they were fine with me for the few years I was out of it. And then when I told them I was never coming back because I'd found Jesus, as soon as the Jesus come into the equation, I saw it. They were like roaring lions. My whole family just went savage. It was like I'd never seen anything. I was seeing a spirit of demons. Whenever I'd try to save one of my Jehovah's Witness friends, and I'd mention Jesus, and it's like they've got this songbook years back where they had, I think it was 500 songs about Jehovah and 5 songs about Jesus in the whole songbook. They totally, when you take Jesus out of the center of it, then and that's what they do. They deny Jesus. They call him it in their own Bible translation. They call baby Jesus it, yet they call Satan him. And I woke up that, I could see the spirit back then when I as soon as I got saved, and I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior, everywhere I went, I could feel the spirit, of these people,
Yeah,
I go
absolutely.
places where I felt like 1,000 needles were going in my eyes. As soon as I go out of the place, it'd go away, and I go, oh shit, that person's got a demon, I used to be able to pick up on it a lot when I was first saved and that, and yeah, and I was able to help a few people along, I got a few people out of the cult, my cult that I lived in. But
yeah, you can definitely feel the spirit of somebody who is a follower, but I'm not saying everybody that's not followers of Jesus Christ is bad. I'm just saying that there's some
when it's actually a religion that's the opposite to Christ, that's when you get the most oppression. But like the average person who doesn't have a religion, or you can still
there's
find
a lot of people out there that still need to be saved, and they just haven't found it yet.
A lot of
they haven't gotten to that point.
A lot of homeless people get saved. I've seen it. I've watched so many videos where these people are on the streets, but they still believe in Jesus. It's like,
yeah. Oh, that brings me to a story that happened when I got my flat tire a couple days ago. When I got the flat tire and I walked to Walmart to get the flat, the blow up fix a flat. As I was standing in line, like I'm literally really pissed off because I just spent however long outside in the cold weather trying to figure out what to do with this damn tire. And so I'm upset. So I'm just checking out. I paid for the item, and all of a sudden I had my phone on, so I had an earbud in my ear, and I didn't realize, but there's a little old lady behind me in line, and I thought she said something to me, so I took the earbud out and I looked at her and I said, what did you say? And she goes, Merry Christmas. And I just melted. Like, I went from being pissed off to, I was like, Merry Christmas to you too, and God bless you. And she goes, oh, and I leaned in and I gave her a hug, and she like came up to like under my boobs, you know. She was very short and kind of bent over, very old, very nice lady. And I said, um, and she said something about Jesus saves, and I said, yep. I said, I agree with you. I said, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior also. And she's like, oh, she was so happy. And she was like putting her arms out like this, you know, and she's like, uh, she said, I wish more young people were like this, or more people were like this, you know. And I said, well, God bless. And I walked away. And it's so weird how circumstances like this happens to me a lot since I have been getting to know Jesus Christ and relying more. I rely more and more on him all the time. And I was upset, and all of a sudden just that little old lady in line behind me took me in a whole different direction, like a total opposite. And it's amazing how things like that can happen. And that's what I mean by you can feel the spirit of somebody who has that much love in their heart for other people. She didn't know me at all, and I'm this big burly guy, and she was like, Merry Christmas, you know, trying to talk to me. And I didn't hear her because I had the earbud in. But you know, for somebody like that to just reach out to somebody big, and I'm sure I wasn't looking the best because I was mad and upset, and I'm just waiting for this cashier to put my change in my hand so I could go, you know. But yeah, no, that's cool.
I met people going crazy, doing crazy shit, and you know, when I've been in town, and you know, there's one guy I knew, and he is going crazy and yelling at everyone. I've just gone up, hey, what's wrong, mate? You know, just calm down. Tell me what's wrong with you. You know, he pulls out of his bag a rope. He's going, I'm going to hang myself today, and all this. And yeah, I talked him out of suicide. You know, that was a few years back. But you know, a lot of times people are having a hard day, and you got to just try to get on their level, try to understand them, why they're doing shit. And yeah.
No, I agree with you, Blank. Slate says, I follow Jesus, just not religion. Absolutely. I grew up Catholic, but I don't follow any religion at all. I just know that Christ laid his life down for us. And, you know.
No, I'm with you there, Slate. Yeah, exactly.
And Christ throughout his whole existence did nothing but show love and respected everybody. So
the only person Jesus ever got angry with in the whole earth wasn't the government, it wasn't the thieves or whatever. It was the scribes and Pharisees, the religious leaders who were exploiting him, turning this place into a marketplace, you know.
Yeah.
So he wasn't angry at anyone. He was only angry at the religious leaders who were exploiting him.
The religious leaders are the ones that killed him.
And they yeah, the Messiah coming, and you know, I said,
Yeah.
nah, kill him. Yeah, we want Barnabas.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
common beef
Absolutely.
instead of our Messiah, and now they're look where they're at now. Anyway, you
Yeah.
know, they will one day. It says in the Bible, they'll see the one they rejected. You know, they'll see the Messiah. They'll wail. They'll lament. They'll go, wow.
So did you have something? I don't remember, Ken, but
Yeah.
this is for you or Brian. Did you guys have I know Brian said he doesn't see the Mandela effect. I think I remember uh, some kind of near-death experience to, uh, well,
Yeah.
I guess, you know,
I,
Brian, you don't see it yet, but does it take a
Oh
near-death
no, no, no! You got that wrong. I see it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just
Uh,
don't allow myself to drift down that road because I don't got the time to research it and look into it.
I'm the same.
okay.
I
Gotcha.
know. I've got there's certain ones I know what I remember, and
But
thing
the
is,
girl
I
from
think,
Jaws definitely got me. So, you know, from the old 007 movie, you know,
oh yeah, Molly.
I definitely, uh, that's
I
the
know.
one that did it for me. I said, oh shit, this is real.
Molly.
I finally got my ex-wife to believe it. She's been calling me basically nuts for the last 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
and just this summer, I said she's a big Marilyn Monroe fan, huge Marilyn Monroe fan, and I said, so you love Marilyn Monroe. I said, where is her beauty mark? And she goes, right here. And I said, no, I think you better go check yourself because it's down here now. And she's like, whatever. And she checked the internet and a bunch of photos that she's got, and they all changed. And she was like, wow, I don't believe it. So finally got her Mandela affected.
Yeah.
I had a mate who was into conspiracy theories for years, and then he just totally everything's bullshit. He was a born again Christian, then he became conspiracy theorist, then atheist, and now he just follows the mainstream and he doesn't want to know anything about. And when I was telling about the Mandela effect on the phone one day, I go, okay, Vale, listen, remember how we're studying conspiracy theories in the early 90s? We were doing the KFJ thing, and how many people were in the car? And he goes, 4. I go, yeah. Guess what? It's 6 now. And he goes, nah, get you know, he could. And then he looks it up and he goes, okay, what do you say? He had nothing to say. He couldn't explain it. He was going, what? But it spun him out. You know? But
That
he's
was
still
one of my
a perfect believer. He still says, oh, I just remember it wrong, I guess, you know.
That was one of my biggest ones back in 2016 was JFK thing.
Same here. Yeah.
Another one that is an anchor memory for me is Captain Crunch. It was always Captain Crunch. It was never Captain Crunch.
We never had
Never.
that series. So, yeah.
Yeah.
In Australia, we didn't have Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Hollywood stuff's weird, and it seems to be mainly Hollywood too. You know, like people say there's a Mandela effect in the Paul Hogan movie, Crocodile Dundee, but
Yeah, with the knife.
yeah,
The words
That's
with the knife.
it.
Yeah, that's not a knife. This is a knife or something like that.
yeah,
I think the knives are different or something.
I can't. I
But
mean,
there-
I saw it in the 80s, and
there's Mandela effects with lots of different things and lots of different categories. Not everything is going to be a Mandela effect.
What
Like
about
for
China?
instance,
I wonder if China has Mandela effects or Russia.
I would assume they do. I would think they do.
I've
I
wondered
think the
about.
whole world is Mandela affected. Whatever, I mean, I could really go off the rails and say wherever we could have passed away, and we are totally vibing on a different vibe, but this is all we know. So that's all that's being pulled up in our program until we can start to slowly wake up out of this. Uh, for and that's why uh, I'm not going to go there, but I could really get my imagination could really pop out. I'm not saying that I believe what I'm saying. It's just a thought that I have had. Like, could this be happening to us? Everybody I talk to has, even the normies in the bar, and they don't even know what they're saying, but I'm listening to them. And when they talk about near death experiences they had, I'm thinking, are we all really fucking dead here? Because we've all had, somewhere in our life, we've had a close encounter with death, and we could have died. And I don't believe in death as in not existing anymore.
Nah.
I do believe that we exist somewhere all the time.
Well,
So I
after
don't
my life, after death experience, I actually believed I was actually. I mean, yeah, I went a little bit nuts, and I thought I was an angel on earth, and I was sent back here, and I didn't want to come back to Earth, but I was made to come back because I had to help all these other people, and yeah, and
some people
I still think
some
that,
people think that this could be a prison.
and I went out,
It is a prison.
I went lunatical helping. I felt responsible for everyone I knew, and I felt like I had to help them, and I went overboard on being an angel to everyone I knew, and yeah, like that happened for about 4 or 5 years. And I started to realise I was still human, and I wasn't actually. Maybe but then I don't know. I saw a lot of miraculous things happen, and I'd pray to God and say, "Give me an answer," and I'd open the Bible, and the first scripture I'd look at was there, and it was like, "How did that happen?" Wow.
What were you saying,
God.
Brian, about it being a prison planet?
It is a prison. We're living in a prison.
Yeah.
Whether you see it as a prison for your mind or a prison for your body, it's still a prison.
Mhm.
Because if you have boundaries you're not allowed to cross, it's a prison.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
There's a Bible parable about God being the vineyard keeper, and we're all looking after the vineyard, and he's going to come back and see how we've been looking after his vineyard, which means we're working for him.
Mm.
And if we've done a good job, he'll be pleased. If we put our money away and hid it and not use it for anything, he'll be displeased. And if we had our money and spent it and helped out all the poor people, he'd be happy. And there was 3 examples of what you do with your money, as well as looking after the vineyard. There's always 3. 3 was such an important number in the Bible, especially in the New Testament. Jesus died at 33 and a half.
Well, there's so many Bible changes now. Something's got to be going on.
I've got this Old Testament Bible here. Oh, I'll show you. Oh, it's a big old bugger. I think a few people, Joe Dirt says he's got the exact same Bible. Here I am. This big bugger. And it's got a 3D picture of the Last Supper.
What did you
It's got
say?
lots of
New
pictures.
Testament?
Yeah, the Old Testament. Yeah,
Oh, Old Testament. Okay.
I like the Old Testament. I just love the old language. You know, it just feels right. I've been doing a few live streams, Patrick, where I've done Bible readings. Just
That's
a couple
cool.
of
So,
chapters. Yeah.
what does the Lord's Prayer say in your Bible? Because
What's
I know
that?
that's one of the Mandela effects. The Lord's
Which one?
Prayer.
Oh, what Psalms is it?
I'm not sure what verse it is.
Oh, I know. I think it's
It's
Psalms.
about, I remember trespasses. Forgive our trespasses for
Yeah.
forgive our trespasses, and we forgive the ones who trespass against us. But do not lead us into temptation. Deliver us from evil. So that one changed. It doesn't say trespasses anymore. It says debts and debtors. Forgive our debts and something like debtors. I don't remember, but that's one of the ones that changed.
And the other one is love has been changed to charity. You know.
Oh,
What?
really? Well, oh, okay. Huh.
One of my favourite scriptures is love is, you know, and it goes through all the things what love is, and it's at the end it says the greatest gifts of all is love, joy, and peace. But now it's charity, joy, and peace, and the greatest gift is charity. It's like
Oh,
it used to be love.
wow. Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't believe it till I checked out this Bible I've had for 40 years or so. But a lot of things have been taken out of context, like Jesus says, take my enemies before me and have them slayed before me. He never
Yeah, he
said
never
that.
said anything like that.
That was a parable
Yeah,
he was talking about. Yeah.
Hey, David, welcome.
But I do love the Bible. It never gets old. You know, it's like a never-ending storybook because, you know, every time I read, I find new stuff. You know, it's like, never saw that before. But I have studied a lot for over the years. When I left the cold, I had to reread the Bible, and oh God, I went through Revelations about 50 times. That's one trip of a book. But the thing with the Bible, the last two chapters in the Bible are the most beautiful chapters. They're so positive and hopeful, and it's such a good message, the last two chapters. People don't realise that. Revelations is a mind spin, I know, but it's like it's
Yeah. What did you
about,
say? What did you say?
me.
Yeah.
I was saying Revelations, the last two chapters in the Bible
What
are
did you
beautiful.
say that again?
The last two chapters in Revelation are incredible. Yeah.
See, now the first two times you said Revelations, see, that's a Mandela effect too. Is it now says Revelation, but it's Revelations.
Yeah, right. Let's have a look.
I just wanted to get you to say it a couple times, which you did on your own. You said Revelations, but the third time you said Revelation. But the first two times you said Revelations.
In this book, it says the Revelation.
Yeah.
In the Old Testament. The Revelation of the St. John the Divine on Patmos. I love the words in red because You know, I've
can
said to people who don't want to know the Bible, I go, just read the words in red then. A lot of proverbs
I
there. And,
my people from what I call my old timeline. You can listen to somebody, and if they're speaking the same memory that you have, you know they're from somewhere around your old timeline or wherever we're from. But the ones that speak, like they will go on and say Revelation, or they'll read the Bible the way it reads now. You know, like the lion and the wolf. The lion will lay down with the lamb, but now it's the wolf will lay down with the lamb. So you can always tell when people are affected or they're not affected. You know, I believe everybody in a way is affected, but
yeah,
some are closer to your timeline or to wherever we're from or whatever we went through the same stuff because we're talking the same words.
Yeah, but what being affected about it, isn't it the people that's able to see it that's affected? Because the
Yeah,
people that don't see it,
but everybody
they
affected, right?
they
yeah,
only know one way, right? So it's the affected people are those who can see the change, right?
Right, but I believe everybody has the ability to be affected. They're just not awake or whatever's going on with them wherever
Like
they
everything else. Yeah.
we are vibing in two different vibrations. Like they're not vibing on my vibration. That's why we see different things, I think.
Yeah, it's just either you see it or you don't, just like the lines in the sky and stuff like that, That's either you see it or
Yeah,
you don't,
true.
you know?
True. Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
it does
David.
make sense. Yeah. Someone said in the chat, Psalms is now Palms. Psalm. But it says Psalms in mine. But in blank states it says Psalm.
Psalms.
Psalm
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it, so I can't say one way or the other. That's not a Mandela effect for me.
In
I
mine
don't
it's
know it that well.
Psalms with an S at the end. Yeah.
It sounds right both ways.
Yeah.
But I could see it. I could see it saying Psalms.
I think I've always heard of Psalms. Psalms means songs, don't it? I think. My Bible's sliding on its own. I haven't got enough bench space in this caravan.
100% it was the wolf. No, 100% it was the lion, not the wolf. It is the wolf now. I think you got that backwards, or maybe you don't. I don't know.
Well, I've heard that it says both. In when you read it. Yeah, I haven't. I've got to look that up. Yeah, that'll be next live stream. The wolf and the lamb, and the wolf and the lion and the lamb. And
I have the KJV.
Yeah.
That went through a fire. I have to grab it. But yeah, mine went through that fire that I had a couple of years ago, and it was not damaged at all. It got water wet from the firemen, and it was frozen together. All the pages were frozen together.
Wow.
This is the one that I have.
Survived the fire.
Yeah, look at, and the pages are in pretty good condition. They got some where you know, they look a little water, you know, a little waterlogged, but they
I
still
remember that.
very,
I remember when your apartment building caught on fire. Yeah, a few
yeah.
years back. Hey, that's right. I saw the video on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
when I went back to go get this book, or back up in my my room, everything was burnt or frozen because it was like, I don't know, 28 below zero.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I went back like a couple days later to go and see what I could find, and I got my Bible, and my Bible was frozen to the desk, and all these pages were frozen together. So I got home and I just kind of opened it up and I just left it, and none of the pages are ripped or anything. So
I
pretty cool.
remember I was in a bungalow and I was in Melbourne, you know, and I come back when I was a teenager, and my whole bungalow caught on fire. My younger brother had set on fire, you know, just being a little kid. And the only thing that survived was my grandfather's war medals, you know. My God, they were in a drawer, and all this other stuff around it saved it. And, that's pretty cool. And some Super 8 movies I've still got. Yeah. But I lost all my grandfather's, had like 400 photos of my grandfather in World War II. He's a war hero, apparently. And he went everywhere. Syria, Middle East, Sahara, Battle of Bulge, New Guinea. And when he come back from the war, I go, Grandpa, who was the worst? The Japs? You know? No, they're all good people. You know, he's never racist.
Here in this book, it says Jesus's journey, and it has everywhere Jesus went, and it tells what Jesus did, like heals men with demons. Mount 8:28, heals man with demons again, heals blind man, feeds 5,000. You know, it just predicts his death.
It covers the district he went to. Yeah, cool.
Turns water into wine. It's got all these little sayings what he did. I thought that was pretty cool. And where he did them.
Does it show where he's born, Bethlehem? It'd be in Palestine, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it does not.
And then he grew up in Nazareth. Yeah, Jesus grew up in Palestine, actually.
It shows where he was tempted.
He's a Jew, but he's a Palestinian born.
And it shows his crucifixion and resurrection. Appears to two after resurrection. Clears temple. Ascends into heaven. Heals blind, talks with woman at well, raises Lazarus from the dead. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have everything on this paper, because on the next page it's got Paul's ministry journey. It shows everywhere Paul went.
Oh, the Acts. Yeah.
The kingdom of David and Solomon. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. I had a book like that all about that area.
After I was done affected, I went and bought this. I paid $60 for this book. It's a pretty nice book.
I bought a few Bibles. They cost about that much too because they were rare. But I was into giving away Bibles, and I've only got one Bible left now. I've given away all the Bibles that was special. And
Good night, Cammy. Yeah, I think in about 20 minutes I'm gonna wrap it up here too. Going on 3 hours. Try to keep it a little short. That's not really short, but I know how people don't really want to get into watching 3-hour videos.
I get bad at doing 5-hour, 6-hour ones, and I've got to stop. Yeah.
But I've had a lot of people reaching out to me asking me how everything's going, so I thought I would get on here and let everybody know.
It's been a month almost, hasn't it, Patrick, since you streamed?
Yeah, about that, yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to try to get going every week on doing them again. A couple times a week.
Yeah.
Which that will be coming back. I will be doing more streams as soon as I'm done with this Yahoo downstairs, is what I call them now.
Yeah.
As soon as I quit that bar.
Bad neighbor.
There was something else that I wanted to say. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, I mean, I'm not leaving for at least 20 minutes, so you guys can keep talking. While I try to remember what I was going to say.
I've got a few funny videos off YouTube, but those shorts you have. I've been really interested in what do you call those little things? You stand on them and ride around. Cycle bikes or something.
Segways.
You stand on them and they ride around on 2 wheels. And
I think David's
Segways.
Brian said it. Segway.
Yeah, and there's all these great videos. This very lovely looking lady who does unboxing, and she gets them out and she'll show how they work. And the last video is brilliant. She goes up this bumpy ramp and showing how great the shock absorbers are on this thing. And she's actually modeling, but she's using this as an excuse to show off.
Have you seen what happens when those things malfunction?
Oh yeah, you don't. If they're starting to smoke,
people are gonna be getting slammed with their face first to the pavement.
She's got a waterproof one though, and they're not from China, so I think she's safe. Anyway.
I saw one of these guys. He had a cheap one with the lights on and everything, and he just face planted.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I shouldn't, but.
I watched one.
What do you expect? You put on wheels on your shoes, and you expect to not fall on your face,
I saw this guy. He's into all these bicycles that have, petrol motors. Then he went out and bought a $6,000 Chinese electric bike. And he was going like, wow, 70, mile per hour or something like that. He's just taking it out for the first ride. He gets 3 miles up the road and it smokes as he pulls up to this intersection. And he's pulled off the road and then it's smoking. He's pulling things apart, trying to get to the battery and disconnect it. And then next minute it catches on fire. And people are going, "Are you all right?" Yeah, no, it's okay. Fire brigade comes, and apparently it burnt for like 5 hours. Just this bike. And he goes, "Well, that was a waste of $6,000." And then
Yeah.
next video, he's back to the petrol bikes. He's not going near them again. Could have killed him. You got seconds to get off those things. But the old days they did electric cars, and they didn't have those lithium batteries. They had a separate backup battery where the more you drove, the more it charged. It was like they were brilliant. And they had solar panels on the roof, and they had a backup petrol system as well. But they ended up destroying millions of them because the oil companies or something. I don't know. It's just sad that we can't have. I wouldn't care if we had vehicles that only went 60 k's. Take your time getting somewhere.
Yeah, I would ask you guys a question, but you both live in different countries than my country, so you wouldn't know the answer. I'll ask people who are still listening in chat. I'm still noticing with,
We do get a lot of American stuff here.
Well, this is about the American money, dollar bills, fives, tens, 20s. I made a video about this about 4 years ago, and I'm still not seeing anything over 2017 is the oldest bill that I've seen now, but before it was 2013 was the oldest bill. But I've seen a 2017 come out. So even if they come out in 4-year increments, people were saying that still don't make sense because now it's been over that, and 2017, 2018, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. We're going on 7 years now since a new, so there's something going on with the money,
not being printed.
Right, not being printed. I remember back in my old reality or wherever my memories are coming from, that money was printed every year for me.
Yeah, they
New
used
money.
to have new bills, with different hologram images on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. They had to keep changing it up. They had to try to keep one step ahead of the fucking criminals who were. So, anyways, now they're saying no. Some people are saying no. This was back 4 years ago, and they're like, no, people. They do like every 4 years or something like that. They make a new plate or whatever, and that don't even make any sense because all the bills around here are 2013 or older, so 2013 to right now is quite a few years, and there's only 2017 some 2017 bills out there. So and them just started coming out after I was talking about the bills being 2013 and older. So I don't know. I just find it really weird. If 2012, let's just imagine if 2012 the world blew up, we're all dead, and the last printed money was 2013 because it was supposed to come out in 2013, and so that's why this is my thinking. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I did notice the bill thing, and I got a lot of views on that, on the money, that the videos I made 4 years ago about the money. A lot of people were noticing the same thing. I don't know with your guys' money.
No, we do have coins that
we started.
still, but they come out of different things on the back, jubilees and.
It's around that time that we took our own money out of the equation and started using the euro, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, people used to say I was batshit crazy talking about a European.
We changed all our banknotes into other designs. In like, I think it's around there. I can check.
Yeah, that's interesting. David, I did read your chat there. I'm sorry to hear about your cat. Sorry you're going through a rough week.
No good.
But yeah, I mean, I noticed that money happening a while back, and there were a lot of people that were noticing it, the same thing. Something stopped right around 2012, 2013.
Things changed. Yeah, that's when things changed. I started watching.
Still making new. Sorry to interrupt you, but we're still making new quarters. New change is coming out, but not dollar bills.
I think we're going to see a big change.
There it is. We changed all our money from 2009 to 2011. So the money was exchanged in Denmark in 2011.
Wow, 1 year before 2012.
Yeah, exactly 1 year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
The shekels are changing.
Yeah, stuff like that just makes me
shekels.
go, huh? What?
So what if you listen? If you take that what you said one step further, Patrick. What if they knew that the world was coming to an end, so they had to make a monetary system that works from in the future?
Yeah.
So they decided to change all the notes before it happened.
Yeah. 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 Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
they
kind of
say it does say it'll be a cashless society. Money will be worth nothing. You can't buy.
Oh yeah, they're going at it here. I can tell you a little about that. But in Denmark, we have
next year they want no cash. By mid next year or something. What?
We are taking the first steps to the cashless society in January next year. So in a month.
I could be
yeah. The first to go is the 1,000 kroner bill. Our biggest bill is going out of commission January 1st.
Oh wow.
They will start taking it out, and then you have a period. I can't remember if it's 18 months where you have to exchange all your 1,000 notes. So it's going out of commission. That is the first step against towards a cashless society.
Ours is $100 note. That's the biggest note.
Yeah, we have 1,000. Our 1,000 krona is like $130, something like that.
Yeah, Australian dollar. Yeah. Oh God, it's insane. Wow. No more garage sales. That's going to.
Yeah, and they take it further than that. There's a whole new package that comes out about finances in January 1st. So it's a big thing here right now. Of course, they're not talking about it in mainstream news, but everybody that knows what's going on sees it, and they have made some.
Our weed dealers sell weed, here's an FBOS, it's not going to work that easy for them.
What?
People who sell marijuana, how are they going to, they rely on cash. It's going to be a dilemma. I guess the government will just sell it,
Yeah.
GMO.
What was that? Brian, what were you saying?
I'm saying there's a whole new law set. It's actually a big thing, that comes out in Denmark, 1st of January.
Yeah.
Another thing they're doing is, the government, if you owe money to the, what do you call it, the government, taxes, old businesses, stuff like that, now they're actually they make a new law where you can take 40% of your salary to pay those death, so they can actually come and take money out of your paycheck to pay death to the society. So that's another step towards our, what do you call it, social credit score,
Mm.
so
That's
so
like
a lot of these,
that's like my boss taking $9 out for an electric bill out of my
yeah.
check.
And another thing is they took, in Denmark we have a cash law. You're not allowed to have more than 100,000 Danish kroner laying around in cash.
Mm.
They are changing that to 40,000, so that's a reduction of 60%
Oh wow.
of our cash flow. So
Here it's 10,000.
yeah, but that's dollars. Ours is a little different.
Yeah.
40,000 of my kronos is like $8,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's similar. Yeah. It's more or less the same.
Yeah,
I
but
believe. Go ahead.
we used to have it was 100,000 Danish kroner. Now it's 40,000 Danish kroner. So that's a reduction of 60% of our cash.
Mm.
So it's definitely happening.
30 years ago, people used to say I was a tinfoil hat wearer, and I go, please find me some tinfoil. It's all aluminum now. Because I said we're going to be a cashless society in 30 years, Fuck. All them people who said that were right,
Yeah, and a lot of them people say now, you never said anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There you go. Because you told me to shut up every time.
Right.
People remember me saying that, which is good, at least Mandela effect hasn't hit them, or they didn't have the jab, but I mean,
No, that's what I get around here.
Haven't people changed? People have known all my life, my family, and that they all had juice, I'll call it, and they're all different now. It's the apathy. It's insane. I feel like I'm totally alone in a world of zombies. Anyway, it's hard to find a Christian in the real world. I only find them online. But at the same time, I've had so much kindness from strangers who have helped me the last few weeks with get me dog to the vet and taking me places, and people coming around helping me when my back was out, and I just can't, I can't complain because I've had so much help from the local community, and I never knew there's so many people who fucking cared for people who got nothing and no one to help, and humbles you.
Yeah, that's good.
Relying on the kindness of strangers, it's very humiliating.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's helped me get my dog to the vet in a week and a half, and I had no way to get it.
I totally believe that Jesus Christ will put the right people in your life that need to be there in your time of need, or the other way around.
Yeah.
He will put you in people's lives that you need to help.
I want to pay it forward. I hate, not being able to give them something.
Yeah, we all do. Of course, the day will come when we will be able to do that.
Yeah, I keep saying to him, I wish I could pay you back. But this guy, he went 20 minutes out of his way to pick me up to take me dog to the vet and me, and because I put on Facebook on the notice board of the local community, and took me into the vet with Bruno, took me back home. Like, he went an hour and a half out of his way to help me, more or less, when you work out the distance he come, just because he loves dogs, and
That's cool.
yeah, like that was a total stranger who offered to help me and my dog get to the vet, and he has to have a lump removed. He's got a tumor, and yeah, the guy was a hunter. He hunts deer, he hunts kangaroo. It's like, but he loves dogs, and here I am seeking help from a hunter who I've been. Oh God, I used to upset a lot of hunters in the area because I used to put posters up about those dog killing hunters, because there were some group of hunters who had taken dogs off properties and killing them and getting bounties for them, and the others who go to dog fighting. It's still going on, actually, but no, he's you want these hunters on your side because, yeah, when things go to shit. No, I got a few hunter mates, got a lot of dog food over the years, kangaroo meat and deer meat. Yeah.
All right, I'm off, guys. It's coffee time for me.
Okay, well,
Brian. Thanks a lot for stopping by, Brian. It was nice
Yeah,
catching
good to
up with
see you. Good to see you. I was starting wondering where you were at. So
Yeah,
and
I'm
Brian
glad.
is
I'm
the
glad that you see
sequel
that.
haven't hit, have they? In Holland, those dykes are keeping
I'm not
that.
in Holland, Ken. That's
Yeah.
that's not me. That's boy in Holland.
He's in
Oh,
another
yeah,
levels.
yeah.
No, I'm in Denmark. I'm in Denmark.
Oh, Denmark, yes.
Oh, you've got
Mm.
Alps there,
Yeah.
haven't you? You've got Highland.
Highland? No. This is as flat as it gets.
Just like Holland. Yeah.
Our biggest point is like 400 feet.
Oh, that's funny. Did
Literally.
I get snow? No.
Do you guys remember Digital Intel?
Yeah, I do.
I know the name.
Do you? I wonder. Like, I seen that I missed it, but I seen that he was gonna stream on the first a live stream, and I missed it. Did anybody catch that by any chance?
No.
I gotta catch up with him. He's on Facebook with me. I haven't talked to him in about a month, and I need to reach out to him, see how he's doing.
Do you know Campbell from Queensland, Autodidactic? He does Mandela, Tartarian.
What's his name?
Autodidactic. He's friends with a guy in England, and yeah, a lot of people in the flat Earth community, and the Tartarian. Yeah, Mandela.
Okay, I don't know him.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I watch him sometimes. Yeah, he has a lot of. Anyway, I guess.
Thanks, Robert. Or, thanks, Brian, and thanks, Rotman, for joining me
good
tonight.
To catch up.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I talked to you guys.
Yeah, it was good.
So, any last words, guys?
No.
It was good catching up with Voy earlier, and yeah, and Brian.
Life is too fucking short. Go do what you want, Patrick.
Yeah, right.
Every day you get older, it becomes shorter. So each day becomes precious, and you got to seize the day and don't let the bastards get you down.
I hate smiling anymore because I chipped my tooth, and I can't afford to go to the dentist to freaking have it.
It sucks.
It chipped right in the middle of two
So you
teeth.
choose not to smile?
No, I smile. I just try to
there
hide
you
my.
go. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, everybody's like, now let's look at Pat's teeth. But no, it's so embarrassing. Like when I'm working at the bar, it's like I just
No, it's
it's
that's a watercolor.
superficial, huh?
You just tell them a bullshit story about how tough you are, and you know
I got
that's
into
what
this
you're doing,
fight,
boss.
and the guy had this big ass ring on, and he hit me right
Yeah,
there and
and
chipped
he just
my tooth.
cracked me and chipped my tooth. And now I don't get it fixed because it reminds me of that day.
Yep. You ever watch the Patrick Swayze movie where he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bartender?
Roadhouse. Yeah,
Roadhouse. Yeah, he's not
yeah.
a bartender, but he well
He's the
anyways,
bouncer.
it's
He's the bouncer.
yeah, it's so funny that I have about the same kind of car that he's got. You know that nice gray car. It kind of looks like my car. Um,
Yeah,
and now I'm working in a, like helping 10 bar. I'm not a bouncer or anything, but that's kind of funny.
yeah,
Total different ends of that Patrick Swayze and this Patrick Roberts.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's a new timeline.
yeah, it's a new story, folks.
Yeah. All right, Patrick.
All
I'll
right,
see you on the
take
flip side. Yeah.
yep. Take care, Brian,
Bye bye.
and bye. Welcome to the Nut House. Hey, bud, what's up? Long time no see. Haven't seen you in a while either. But I am definitely, I know I always say this shit, but I'm definitely gonna get back to doing more videos because I'm done. I can't, my physical body cannot do, if it was like, you know, half of what I'm doing now, I could probably handle it. But that's not a whole lot, that's not enough to survive on. But but then when you have the guy treating you like you're way below him, then that's time to put him in check and say bye. So, and that's what I'm about to do tomorrow, Wednesday. So, but I mean, I'm not gonna leave the guy hanging because I'm just not that way. I could be that way though. But so I'll be done with that by January 1st, and then after that it's full board. I'm back onto here because I just feel like this is where I need to be. The I felt I've since I started, I felt like not only my physical, but I have felt like I'm not in the right place. Yeah, I could reach out to a few people here, but I don't feel comfortable. Although I like talking to people and everything, and and I like everything that I do there. It's not hard. It's just very physical, and my body swells like after 2 days my body is like completely starting to shut down. It's not it, it's not able to bend anymore. It's not able to walk upstairs by itself anymore. So 3 days is pushing it. But anyways, enough about me. But that doesn't say I'm going to stop from, because I know I need to get out there. We all need to get out and keep moving. We can't just stay because that's what I believe. Once you start doing that and you stay in a inside kind of mode, which nothing wrong with being inside, but when you're constantly like that, like I was for two years without a vehicle, I was trapped in that apartment for 2 years. I never want to be in that situation again. Never. So we have to keep moving no matter we do, we have to try to keep moving and know your own body. Know when you need to rest. And that's the big thing. And not push it. And this is all stuff I need to heed my own words, right? And not push it. Even though, like I feel good when I'm able to do things myself, and like I'm sure you all are like that. And I hate having to ask people for help. And that's what, and I know I need to get over that. And I've done a pretty good job especially over the summer. I needed to lean on you guys a lot. And hopefully I'll never ever be in that position again. But now I want to be there for if anybody, if you guys are struggling, uh, you need to reach out and let people know, what's going on in your guys' life. Some people like to be real quiet about that, and uh, I guess I've always been kind of like put my fucking life out there. Fuck it. But I've met lots of great people. So I don't regret doing this at all. I've met so many great people all over the world, all over the flat planet, all over the flat surface. They're everywhere. No, but yeah, no. Fucking yeah, it's nice that you got a dog. At least you got a dog. I wish I could have a pet. I would have a dog too. And I've been thinking about going to, like, you can go get these things now. It's kind of funny, but you can go to the doctor and get a some kind of medical diagnosis that you need a animal for comfort or whatever it may be, medical or whatever. And you can take the animal into grocery stores, anywhere you go, that animal can go with you. I would love to get one of them where I can take the animal everywhere I go. Uh, no, I would love to get a dog. The Nut House retirement. Here is. Then you got 2 years left to enjoy retirement. Right? Yeah, exactly. I've noticed more people in their older age when they don't uh, sit home, they get out and do things. They keep doing things. They live longer. That that what word am I looking for? The subtle life, the life where you're just sitting there doing nothing. That's a killer. That is a big time killer. And people in their older age, when they retire and they stop working, the ones that don't do anything, they think life's over. uh, but there's a lot of them that have that money to retire and go on cruises and all kinds of stuff. I was always a live for today kind of guy. Live for today. Do what you can today. I've allowed tape and aspirin to it and walk it off. My dogs over last 35 years have kept me sane and have more empathy. hmm It's just like having a baby. We all work more than we actually live. Yeah, absolutely. Dave said it was purpose is what drives us. Mm. Yeah, absolutely. All right. With that, guys, I think I'm gonna head on out. I thank you all for joining me. It's been quite a while, and hopefully next time it won't be quite so long. I've definitely missed you guys. I've missed talking to a lot of you, and a lot of people didn't even make it in here tonight. So if you guys are watching this later, I miss you guys. You know, like Elgo and a bunch of other people that didn't come in tonight. Um, you know, Sharky wasn't here yet. So if Sharky listens to this, Sharky, get back to us. Come this way. No, Sharky's taking a break too. Everybody's taking a break. So yeah, Nut House. You guys subscribe to Nut House. He's got a good channel. All right. With that, I bid y'all good night. God bless y'all, and I will talk later. Yeah, wait. I hate to stop with God bless you all because even the elite here say God bless you, but they really mean the God of this world, right? And my God, I'm talking about Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Just got to say that. God bless y'all. Good night. Leave. In a second. Remember, I'm still this is still a new thing, so things are in a different place. So the button up here to end stream is up here, not down here. It's up here. Good night, all. This time we're out. Not yet. End the stream. Not yet. What do you mean? Not yet.